Hi, folks. Welcome to the Digital Detox with me, Claire Venus. So, yes, I've called it a digital detox, but it is actually far more than that. It's a coming back to center. It's a really deeply aligning with what we are here to do, aligning with our creativity, our source power, really thinking about, okay, what is this piece of self-expression that I need right now? So, I've framed it around bringing some more consciousness to the screens before summer so that we can maybe get some things finished. So many good things happen when we bring awareness and attention to our habits and the way that we use screens. So I'm not here to tell anybody off or wave a finger or anything like that. I'm just here to share some of the things that I do and some of the ways that I bring more consciousness when I know I have definitely been using the screens too much, relying on them. I've got myself stuck in a loop. You can notice it in other people as well. So you can have this sort of sense of like, oh wow, like the whole world has gone asleep into the vortex of their phones. There's endless entertainment on there and endless things to do. And sometimes we tell ourselves we need it to relax, or we want to catch up with our favorite creators, or we want to look for ideas. But the idea is that we just quiet all of the noise and get really clear on our creative practice, which is unique to us. So first things first, you're going to need a notebook. This is one that I covered in some lovely paper that I had, nice gold roses. And then at the start of the book, we're going to write observations. So I've just literally written the word observations, starting points and feelings. So I've been doing this for a couple of days and I've got a regular practice of digital detoxing. So I could fill the page, just go into my observations of how I feel, if there's any resistance there, if I notice anything about myself, and just fill that page. Then in the middle, I'll just find the middle page. Um, if you are in a place of picking up your phone and you know that you're doing it, and when you pick up your phone, you're going through the loops. So I call them the loops. So it's like if I open my phone, it'll be WhatsApp, Instagram, Substack. It's like check those portals. So I don't have any notifications turned on my phone. I haven't done for years. I don't have news on my phone. I don't have text messages. People can ring me. So it's like, like a regular phone, 80s girl here. But I have to go into those portals. It's like a sort of a strange ritual, a strange habit that I do. If I take the apps Instagram and Substack off my phone, I just go into WhatsApp. And then if there's nothing on WhatsApp, I'm like, okay, then. But sometimes over a longer period of time, I'll do something like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to have a little bit of a search about on Pinterest and I'm going to start a new project. So the middle is what I did instead. So it can be analog activities, or it can be how you treat yourself in response to the phone or in response to the laptop. You can choose. And then at the end of the book, a notebook, you've got the new normal. So the new normal is any observations that you've got on how you want this to be going forward. So we can frame it within the container of these 4 days. We can frame it within the container of a whole summer. You can choose how you want this to be and how you want this to work. You can notice the compulsion to check something or have something. I can tell you about the ways that I do things, but you might want to do things differently. So the idea is that this becomes a book of creative practices, rituals, routines that mean something to you when you know you need to digitally detox, because we can get sucked back in super easily. So the second thing that I had for today was that I picked us an oracle card, and it's from Rebecca Campbell's deck. So this is in a temple, and it says, devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. So I'll read this out to you in case that helps with the journaling and the grounding. You are being called to be a devoted student and tune into your heart to incorporate true devotion into your life. You could be called to deepen a regular meditation, journaling, or chanting practice, or to show up to your soul with rhythm, to develop a daily practice where you will fill up your well and spend time with your soul. All the answers to all of the questions that you seek are waiting for you in the portal of your heart, but you cannot hear them unless you carve out time each day to listen. Your soul is yearning for a deeper relationship with you, and so the more time you spend with it and show up to it, the more clearly it will guide you. We are here to grow as souls. Earth is one big playground for the soul to learn, and you are being called to go deeper in your soul growth, or to increase your devotion by being a student of a lineage or a spiritual teacher. If you have already become a committed student, then you are becoming commended for your devotion. Your guides want you to know how proud of you they are, and that the time you spend in devotion is priceless. If you are questioning your career or life path, your guides want you to know to turn your focus toward devotion and this prayer. Please use me in a way that delights my mind, body, and soul. May my life be one big moving prayer. Work your light action. Commit to a daily devotional practice. So I love Rebecca Campbell's work. I love the thought of a daily devotional practice. Mine will be something in the garden because I find like being in the garden, pottering around, repotting things, plotting things in the earth just serves me so well. Big shout out to my friend Kendall at The Seed. If you don't know Kendall's work, I'll link below. She's got a beautiful membership. She does lives here on Substack and she always inspires me so, so much. So I really love that one. I also wanted to show you that I have made myself an analog box. Now, I've made this really heavy because the idea behind it is that if I feel compelled to pick up my phone, I've got to pick up this box. And I wanted it to be really heavy because that's the weight of it. Like, that's the weight of how much time I'm losing. So if you connect to how many pickups of your phone you have, mine was 87 when I checked, which is also included the family iPad, but still it's a lot. I was like, okay, that's a lot. Like, I'm losing a lot of time doing my loops, picking up my phone. Like, these aren't people ringing me or anything. This is just me picking it up. So inside this analog box, I've written inspire, create, and play on the front. And then I've got some books that I am currently reading. Selena Barker's journal. I bought myself some air dried clay, big pack of that. I'm excited to get going with that. And I've got my favorite Sharpies and a couple of other books in there. So I'll show you how that's going throughout the week. I also really like these cute colouring in books, and I'll sit and colour these in with Sharpie pens. I really enjoy doing that just as a bit of a kind of a bit of thinking space while my hands are still busy. So all in all today, if you can set up your notebook, if you can start your analog box or basket or whatever you've got and start putting things in that mean something to you. So it doesn't have to be stupidly heavy like mine. It might be quite light. There might just be a couple of things in there, a couple of analog projects, things that you can do with your hands. And then if there's anything in that oracle card that spoke to you, just maybe do some gentle journaling on that. I'll see you tomorrow. If you've not yet done your intro thread, that is open. There are some beautiful shares. There are some people saying hello. I always bring together the most beautiful, like-minded women who want to sit in circle. So this is me opening that circle and us all committing to having a more creative, fulfilled life, and a stronger relationship with what our phone impacts and how we use it. We'll talk more on the strands of play, business, creativity as the week goes on. But I'm so delighted to meet you. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you've got any questions at all, please do let me know. I'll be opening chat tomorrow, just so you don't get too overwhelmed. I'll open it tomorrow so we can share some of our observations together in Substack chat tomorrow. So yeah, all that being said, I shall see you tomorrow. Thanks a lot for being here. I'll see you next time.